Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am here today to share with you tips and strategies so that you can absolutely thrive through the holidays. I want you to do more than survive it. So I'm going to be sharing with you 5 strategies that you can use to really win over the holidays. And I first need to point out the things that tend to go wrong through the holidays. So I've come up with 5 things that really tend to kind of throw us off through the holidays, which then send us into this state where we are feeling like we have to start over every January. And then what is typical of the US population is that we end up gaining at least 5 pounds, if not more, through the holiday season. So it starts right now. So, first, let's become aware of the ways that we get tripped up on the holidays. So, the first thing is that here's the issue. Number one is that missed workouts happen. So you get out of your routine through the holidays, and a lot of missed workouts end up happening. So whether you're traveling or you have friends in town or family in town, your schedule just really gets hijacked through the holidays. So you end up whether or not it's missing workouts, it's just the routine is really thrown off through the holidays. All right. The number 2 thing is that you encounter more high sugar foods. So you have more opportunities. They're around more often. And whether or not you feel like you are a very sweet person or that you indulge in the sweet foods, there's way more opportunities for you to have more sweet foods throughout the holidays. And then also more high calorie food choices throughout the holidays. Everyone's just taking it up and being a little extra through the holidays. And even if you feel like you don't go overboard, again, there's just more opportunity to just do a little bit extra through the holidays. Number 3, more alcohol. So more celebrating. This tends to be a trend that, again, it's just a special time of year and we tend to celebrate with more drinks and more cocktails. So alcohol consumption definitely goes up through the holidays, which is also going to just be extra calories. And these truly are those empty calories. Same with those high sugar foods. Even if we can make them work in our calorie consumption for the day, they are doing very little, or I would even go to say they don't do anything for us in the way of they're not building muscle, they're not healing our metabolism, they're not repairing our muscle or our cardiovascular system. So really, these are empty calories. Number 4 is that you have less restful sleep. So again, this really has to do with our schedules being thrown off. Again, whether we're traveling or we have friends in town or we just have more stress in general, and whether that is perceived as to you by being good stress or negative stress. It's just that stress goes up in the holidays so that then our restful sleep really goes down in these last couple weeks of the year. And then finally, number 5 is that stress does increase. So whether it is, again, financial stress or family and relationship stress, or the lack of sleep is interpreted as stress. All of these things, alcohol is interpreted as stress in the body. High sugar foods, high carbohydrate foods are all interpreted to the body, to our internal system as stress. Even if we don't feel like in our brain, like I'm so stressed out, that's like more of an acute stress, but there is an accumulation of chronic stress that happens. And in the holidays, it just tends to go up. So you can see if we put all 5 of those things together, how it really is so possible for you to be gaining weight through the holidays and then get to January and feel like, okay, I need to start all over again. Like I've scrapped the entire last month or last 6 to 8 weeks of the year, and I have to start all over again. So what we want to do is to just kind of shift a few things so that we are not in the place where we feel like we have to start over. We're just going to be refining where we are today and moving forward through the holidays so that we can set ourselves up for a lot of success. And then we're also not lowering our standards, but we're shifting our standards to allow the space for what we call the sweet spot, right? So we don't want to be in the extremes, the extreme of doing whatever we want, whenever we want, or the extreme of being highly regimented and no flexibility. We want to pull it down to the middle where the swing is smaller. And we're saying, hey, it's the holidays coming up. We're going to be a little looser with things, but we're going to do it very much on purpose and very much within a comfortable comfortable range that is out of the extremes so that we don't end up swinging back all the way to the other end of the extreme. So this is what we're going to do. Let me grab a little sip, and I've set up then 5 tactical strategies that we're going to use to thrive through the holidays to combat those 5 things that we just identified as kind of like our issues for the holidays, or where and why things go wrong. Number 1, instead of missing workouts, I want you to commit to shorter workouts. So that looks like, really, honestly, 12 to 15 minute shorter workouts is your commitment daily through the end of the year. Now that can also be, it's like, or you're getting your minimum amount of steps in during the day. So, all right, 15 to 20 minute workouts and your steps, but at the bare minimum, your minimum says now, your standard for the holiday says, I always get in my steps. And sometimes I get in a 15-minute workout through the holidays, okay? So 15 to 20-minute workouts, yes, that's really all that you need. If you're looking and you're in one of the programs already, all you're gonna do is to set your timer for 15 to 20 minutes and complete as much of that workout as possible, and then stop, all right? And then you just can pick up where you left off the following day. And then also know that in December, the December Habit Challenge is a fitness challenge. It's a 5,000 rep challenge, and that's exactly what these workouts will be. They'll be 12 to 15 minutes, 6 to 8 exercises, and our goal is to just accumulate 5,000 reps in the month of December. And we'll do that with these short daily workouts. And they won't be crazy. We'll try to do most of them with body weight or hand weights, just so you can take that 5,000 rep challenge and do it anywhere. So look forward to that in December. And the second thing that we're going to do, the second strategy that I want you to put into place and in your mind is delay, don't deny. All right, so this really has to do with indulgences, with sweets, with all the fun stuff that comes along with the holidays that are very special. So you are delaying these, you're not denying these. So if you're the one grocery shopping, you're delaying putting all those sweets into your cart. So you wait one more week. If you are on the receiving end, you are delaying the inevitable indulgences, all right? So you do not deny, you're not telling yourself no, it's just not right now. And keep pushing it back as long as possible until you're really in the moment to really enjoy. So whether that looks like on Thanksgiving exactly, or on Christmas Eve, or on Christmas Day, or at the holiday party, whatever it is that you have all these things in your schedule that you're looking forward to, we really want to just delay all of this joy gratification and these indulgences for those really special moments. Like push them in the calendar until those special moments, so that it doesn't end up being like these moments where you're indulging a little bit, and then a lot on the special day, and then a little bit afterwards. So this also has to do with removing those trigger foods from your home. So if sugar is a trigger food, or certain sweets, whether it's chocolate or candies or baked goods, when it starts to come into December, when everyone's baking all these cookies and sweets, you really want to delay that. So not having those trigger foods in your home for as long as possible, because your willpower, your environment is stronger than your willpower. All right. So even if you have this strong resolve, if it's around you and in your atmosphere day after day after day, eventually your willpower will wear down. Know that your environment is stronger than your willpower. So if that looks like drinks to you, if that's having wine in the house, or if that's having cocktails in the house, or your favorite beers for the holidays, whatever it is, I'm asking you to delay that, not deny it. So you're definitely going to get those things in. And I actually would like for you to even make a mental note, if not an actual physical note, of the things that you really want to enjoy through the holidays. For me, I'll give you an example. That looks like layered mint brownies. I'm a sweet person, if you can't tell. Layered mint brownies over Christmas. I will have those. I will make those, and I will have those, and I will enjoy them. But I cannot make those too early in December. Otherwise, I will just make them over and over again. So I'm going to make them, eat them, and give them away. Another thing that I want and that I love is to get that big tin of popcorn that has like the caramel popcorn, the cheese popcorn, and the butter popcorn. Can't wait to have it. It's on my list. I know for Tony, there are certain beers that he really wants to be able to enjoy, whether it's at Thanksgiving dinner or at our Christmas dinner. So that's on his list, but we're going to delay buying those and delay bringing them into the house until the day of the occasion so that he can really enjoy them on that day and not multiple days. All right. Because again, we have goals that we want to stick to, and whether those are physical goals or internal health goals, we know that these things like high sugar and a lot of alcohol and high carbohydrate foods do not support any one of our goals. It doesn't support our physique goals, our performance goals, our longevity goals, none of it. All right. So we're just going to make sure that we delay that, but don't deny it, because we can't live in a state where we aren't living and enjoying life. Like that's not sustainable either. So we want to make sure that we are taking the time and we're assessing what is very enjoyable that we want to make sure that we have this holiday season, and we're going to get it in. And that's what I encourage you to do as well. So delay, don't deny, and keep those trigger foods out of your house, whatever that looks like for you. And then number 3 is I'm offering you the 2x2 alcohol rule. So that looks like 2 drinks, 2 nights a week. All right. And if that is more than you do normally, then obviously stick to your standard that you have now. But if that is less than you would do normally, I encourage you to take on that standard through the holidays and not to go nuts. All right. So that you would have 2 drinks, 2 nights a week, and make them special. Make it, save it up. Again, look at your calendar, look to see what's coming up. What dinners do you have with friends? What are you going to enjoy on Thanksgiving? What does football Sunday look like? What about golf with the guys, or, brunch with the ladies? Whatever it is that you're looking forward to, actually look at your week and do it really thoughtfully so that you just don't either say no to an event that you really wanted to go to because you just didn't want to have cocktails that night. Like, plan it out. There is a lot of power and flexibility in having yourself really scheduled like this when it comes to your indulgences. Again, we're not denying, we're delaying, we're doing it very purposefully. So I encourage you to take on the 2x2 rule. And, maybe you want to look at doing 1x4. Hey, that's up to you. If that's, something that is more in alignment with the number of drinks that you would have to be able to enjoy yourself on a night out, then you can look to something like that. But overall, we're looking to really minimize and maximize the number of drinks. So make them really special, really worth it, make it really good alcohol, make it a really good occasion, and enjoy your 2 drinks, 2 nights a week through the holidays. And that's your max. All right, put an upper limit on it. Put some rules in place and stick to them through the holidays. Number 4, I'm going to take a quick sip. Number 4 is we're going to utilize the blood sugar hack. All right, so this is eating foods in a certain order to really hack your blood sugar by keeping it very low. So keeping the spike from the intake of food really low, the spike from your blood sugar to keep it low and level. And this is really the key to maintaining a healthy metabolism, a healthy metabolic rate, to avoid strong hunger cues later in the day. So to avoid those spikes and big dips, we want to try to balance out our blood sugar as much as possible. That has to do with the food choices, but we can also hack it with food order. So the food order that you're going to have in mind through the holidays is you're going to eat your vegetables first, followed by your protein and fat, and then finish with your starchy carbs or your sugary foods. So make sure that those come at the tail end after you've laid the foundation, filling with your veggies and your greens, then your protein and your fat, and then your starchy carbs and your sweets. And that's also where you would put your fruit there as well. So we're going to utilize that blood sugar hack. All right, we're already on to number 5. So number 5 is really taking into account that sleep and stress aspect that tends to be a problem during the holidays. So you really do, again, you want to look at your schedule and you want to schedule some recovery days. So, and recovery days can really look like rest days. So if you know that you're not going to get quality sleep, or if you realize after, a week of not getting quality sleep, then don't overschedule yourself through the weekend. Book in some time to recover. Allow yourself to have some naps or some meditation time, whatever, that looks like to you, to be able to calm the brain all the way down and to reset. You have to be really purposeful about this time. And this can also look like some active recovery, like making sure that you're getting your walks in outside, letting your central nervous system regulate. Also can look like some really gentle yoga, or anytime if you can get to a hot sauna, a dry sauna, or a red light therapy sauna. So things that you can really do on purpose to reset and regulate your central nervous system and to actually get you back into rest and digest and out of fight or flight, which is going to be typical of a high stress holiday rushed season. All right. So I'm just going to recap really quickly the 5 strategies, the 5 tips that you're going to use and start to implement so that you can really thrive through the holidays, avoid the holiday weight gain, and avoid arriving in 2023 with this idea that you have to start all over again. Okay, let's maintain the base that we're currently at and arrive exactly where we are at this healthy, ready to go stage. Okay, so you're gonna commit to shorter workouts, but you're gonna do them daily. And if you're not doing your workouts, you're getting your steps in, preferably outside, depending on the weather. But no matter what, you're getting up and you're moving throughout the day to add in those steps. If you have stairs in the house or in your building, you're going to utilize those, especially on those cold days. Again, but if you can get outside in some sunshine, that's what we want to happen. Number 2, you're going to delay, don't deny, and keep trigger foods out of the house. Number 3, you're taking on the 2x2 alcohol rule. Number 4, you're going to use the blood sugar hack, eating food in a certain order to minimize blood sugar spikes and dips. And then number 5, you're going to actually purposely plan in your calendar these rest and recovery days. And that's it. That's going to set you up for thriving through the holidays. I want to remind you, December, we're going to have that 5,000 rep challenge, and I'm going to make that super accessible to you. I'm going to create just a calendar for you to look at so that you can look to see what are the workouts for the day, what are the exercises that you need to get through so that you can get 5,000 reps by the end of December. I'm also going to put something together for you so that you have some healthy holiday choices, some healthy holiday swaps. So look for that to come in the group or in your email. And if you have any questions between now and then about anything that has to do with setting yourself up for your health and your wellness goals, you need to reach out to me right away, set up a time for us to chat, to get a quick health coaching chat in, or trade a couple emails to get your questions answered. I'm here to support you guys. Have a really great day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.